let me introduce our next presenter, Sakshi Bissa. Uh, she is a soft. She will be updating us on choose the faster and safer choice to lead the $13 trillion industry fastly. Uh, Please come on stage.
So I am Sakshi Bissa and I'm working for with Renaissance Technology from last 5 years and I came here from Bigane, Rajasthan. Wait a minute. Can I use another mic? Introduction. You can scan this to connect with me on LinkedIn. Okay, so while working during my experience, I have seen major issues during the development journey, and these two issues are the most common ones during the development and from all our clients. So these issues are speed and security, like we all face these. As data says that whenever a page loading time of a site increases, the conversion starts going down rapidly, right? So as you can see here, if a page is taking 1 second to load, the conversion is 3.05. And if a page is taking 2 seconds to load, it is converted to 1.68. And that's really impacts, right? Also, multiple DDoS attacks are going on globally these days, right? It leads to the downtime of your store, and even if a single minute of downtime, it will makes to major loss of sales in customers. So here, Adobe have provided a solution for both of these issues by providing Fastly and trusting Fastly and adding it to their Adobe Commerce Cloud and Enterprise stack. So here we are referring to Fastly. Fastly is a CDN that has the properties of both cache and CDN. Fastly manages international traffic and it places points of presence near to the users so that the user will get the data fastly. Let's take an example to understand this. Suppose a person is sitting in a Tokyo, okay, and he is sending a request. The request will not directly send to the fast main server. Instead of that, it will go to the Fastly's POP, so that there will be less load on the main server because the request will be distributed during multiple POPs. So there will be very less heavy load on the main server. So this is how Fastly manages the POPs. So this is how it places the POPs in multiple countries and it updates the data in all the POPs whenever it fetches the data from the origin server. Now let's see how we can configure Fastly with a Magento. So first we have to create a Fastly account. So from there we will get the service ID and API token. To get the service ID and API token, we have to go to the MNT shared Fastly tokens.txt file. There we will get the API and the service token. We have to take care while adding these credentials that staging and production both have different unique credentials. So we have to check where we are adding. Also, Fastly doesn't work with integration environment. It only works with staging and production. Now, Fastly provides multiple features that we can manage from our admin itself. So this is one of the features, that is TTL, time to live. TTL automatically purchases the data after a specific period of time. So here you can see the value is 86400, that is in seconds, and that is actually a 1 day. So whatever time you will add in the TTL, the data will be expired, the cache will be expired just when the time will be over, and it will update the data again from the origin server. So this is how TTL works. But until the time Fastly's TTL is fetching data from the origin server and updating the data on all the POPs, we have to serve something to the users, right? Because else there will be cache miss movement. So for that, Fastly provides us one more feature, that is tail content delivery. Fastly have a feature of soft purge. In that, Fastly will not exactly purge all the data. Instead of that, it will save the data as a stale content, and it will be delivered to the users on the time when there will be errors on the website, or you can say the data is being fetched from the origin server. So in such cases, there should be no cache miss. So for that, we can use a soft purge, and the stale content will be delivered to users. So Fastly is taking care of every single second here, so that there will be no performance issues. With soft purge, we have multiple other purge options in Fastly, which we can manage from our admin itself. So we all must have faced such kind of issues while working on Magento, that you have updated something in the category and that is not visible on the front end, and you have to purge the whole cache and you have to come back to check, right? So for such cases, Fastly provides individual purge options for multiple entities. Like you can see here, there's a purge category, purge product, purge CMS pages options, right? So what it actually does is, it will purge the cache just whenever you will update any category. You will save the category, and on the save event, it will purge the whole cache and it will update the new content. So that you don't need to purge the whole cache data. The only single entity data can be purged and it will be updated again. So you can do this with products, CMS pages, static assets, and this is a soft purge for the stale content delivery. Fastly also claims that whenever you want to instantly purge the whole data and update the whole data again, Fastly claims that it will be done in 150 milliseconds globally. So that's really impressive and that's really fast. Also, if we need to take care, if there are 503 errors going on in our production or staging environments, we should not purge the whole data so that the stale content can be shown to the user if we are facing any errors in the production. So we should use soft purge so that the whole data should not be purged. There's one more issue that we all face. Like as a user, it is really frustrating for me. I can say it's really frustrating to see the loading images on the website. Like it's whenever you will open a website, it will keep on loading and it's very slow. That's really frustrating. So user never wants to visit the site which have a slow image loading. So for that, Fastly provides image optimizers. So whenever you will send a request, the Fastly will optimize the image and will then after it will send to the customer. So the image optimization will also be included in the Fastly. So this is how Fastly is taking care of speed. Now let's move ahead to the security, that how we can manage security by using Fastly. We have these two features, Edge ACL and Custom VCL. Edge ACL is used to add a list of IPs that we want to allow or block by accessing our domains. So we can add some of the IPs in these rules, and these rules will be fetched as a variable in the custom VCL, and there we can define whatever we want to do. VCL is actually a varnish configuration language. Fastly is actually based on varnish. So VCL is a varnish configuration language that we use whenever we need to add something additional in the Fastly, or you want to customize something or add any rules or anything, so you can write custom VCL. So this is where you need to add Edge ACL rule. As you can see, two are already created. Here you need to add the IP addresses which you need to block or allow, and this is the comment section. If you wanna exclude the IPs, you will add an exclamation mark, and if you wanna include the IPs, you will add a submit mask there. Here you can see like that. And once you will create the Edge ACL rule, you need to add choose rule in the custom VCL to allow or block the IPs. So here is a custom VCL snippets which you can add in the admin section. This one snippet I have added, you can see in the next slide. Yeah, this. So here, like in such cases, if you want that you only want some of the IPs to access your staging or production back offices or such kind of things. So for that, you can create such custom VCLs. As here I have did this. This allow list, this client IP dot allow list. This allow list is actually edge ACL rule name where we have added the IPs, and that rule name will be added here. So it will check if the URL is admin, if IPs are from the allow list or not, and with that it will forbidden or allow the IPs. So you can block or allow the IPs by using the custom VCL. Now let's see how we can troubleshoot Fastly. If you will configure the Fastly, you have to check that the content is being delivered from the Fastly or not, right? So for such cases, what you have to do is you will execute this curl command. Here you will add the URL of your production environment, and in the headers you will receive, you have to check that the Fastly Magento VCL uploaded should be yes, and the X cache should be hit or miss, or hit or hit. If it is showing miss and miss, the content is not delivered using Fastly. So you have to configure that again, and you need to upload VCL every time you configure anything in the Fastly. So you will upload the VCL again, and you will check the configurations and check again the content should be delivered from the Fastly. That's all, everybody. Any questions? Okay, thank you. Yes, please.
I want to ask that if my pages is being cached, how will it work if it is an anonymous user or if it is a logged in user? So for example, if I have a cart page or checkout pages which would only be displayed to a logged in user, and if that is cached, how will it behave for an anonymous user?
I'm not so sure about this. I also have to
So if a logged in customer comes and the cart and checkout page never gets cached.
Okay.
How does the header function?
Like mini cart doesn't get cached. Header can get cached. Yeah, it will be another block actually. So a block will be cached on the whole page.
How do you restrict that?
So anything which requires the credentials
Huh?
will never be cached. Anything which is post will never be cached. It's only for the get which does not require a credentials. So
Okay.
the